how did you come to be passionate about e-commerce?
Well,
you said you did marketing.
Yeah, I did marketing.
Yeah.
I'm a very firm believer that I did it was a complete waste of time. The degree, wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
What are your thoughts of uni in general?
I think that it makes a lot of sense if you have a very niche idea around what you want to do. If you want to be a nurse, go to uni. If you want to be a teacher, go to uni. If you want to be an engineer, go to uni. Otherwise it's a complete waste of time, just to be honest. I have 40 grand of HEX debt, or whatever it is, 30 grand, I can't even remember, that just sits there with a useless piece of paper, and I cannot remember anything that I learnt, and everything that I have learnt was because of practical application, and I could learn anything that they teach me on YouTube, and it would be from better practitioners who've been there, done that, have better experience. Not meaning to shit on universities and everything. I think they have their place, but I think depending on what you want to do, can be a massive waste of time. What I will say is I was having this conversation just the other day with someone, is I think you learn a lot of indirect skills. So for me, you learn how to work with some people that you maybe don't want to work with, and how to get some interpersonal skills and all that stuff. You have to present to a lecture, for example, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, cool, no fear of public speaking now, because I've been thrown in the deep end and that was kind of heavy. You had to speak to a bunch of people you didn't know that didn't want to be there, and so there's that aspect. But yeah, I think if you want to go down, this would be my advice. Anyone who's 17, 18, they want to go down that entrepreneurial path and all of that, don't go to university. There's no point. You're just coming out with debt, 100%. And it's not going to tell you what you want to do. It just teaches you how to, at the end of it, get a job interview with KPMG. And I don't care about working for KPMG.
That's not my...
Yeah, I think just travel.
If you do want to, go and do it. Yeah, just travel.
I think travel, or just go work a job, work a bunch of different jobs and figure it out.
More the idea of I think the link between those two, I guess, is just experience. Like the more experience you have, 100%. You retain, the retention from experience is nuts. I'm starting to learn that now after putting the degree on hold, starting to do more of this. It's just
Let me convince you out of it.
No, dude, for me, I never went in wanting a job from it.
Yeah, totally.
So I went in being like, what's the highest form of education I can get in something I'm interested in?
Yeah.
Which is economics.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I should have just done something like this straight away.
Economics is good though. I would have rather do an economics degree.
Dude, it's the science of life. Literally, it's so sick.
It can be applied to anything. But yeah, I agree. I think, if you have a broad mindset around not knowing what you want to do. But I agree, it's experience. You want to find experience. You want to figure out. For me, it's like thinking like this, is like there's a lot of different tools you want to have on your tool belt. So for example, like learning how to work hard and have a good work ethic, that's a tool on your tool belt. It's not going to make you successful. There's probably people that work way harder than me and I'm more successful than them. So it's about what you are applying it to. Yeah. But then you have experience from travel, like there'd be so many fears that you have to conquer, or whatever different things just by traveling to a new land where you're like, holy crap, I don't even speak the language, I'm kind of lost right
now. And you have to figure it out.
Yeah, it teaches you problem solving, teaches you under a high pressure situation, like so many things. So I don't know, I think uni, I think the sucky thing I reckon is at school it was like either go be a tradie or go to uni. Like
I was about to mention that to almost like wrap that opinion up, is the fact that the problem seems to be, and what's great is I feel like we're moving out of it. But
I think so, because you got guys like Elon Musk that preach a very similar message. You got guys like Gary Vee that are like F uni and this, that, whatever. And I think especially in the States where you finish a college degree with $100 grand US dollars of debt with a high interest rate, and it's like good luck ever getting out of that. You're now behind 10 years. Like
as the more you wait, it's getting worse and worse for you. It's just not. Just the idea of that being the only way. Is that, I think that's, if you were to sum it up, it's like that is what's scary. And you see that, like you probably experience it too at uni, like interacting with some people who think that this is their way out. Almost this is their way to not even just succeed, just their vision, their drive. It's almost like they attach their drive and vision to the degree, and like seeing that is the fucking most frightening thing in people. Like the fact that they are, but that's not going to answer it for them. And you know it. If you know it, you know. And seeing that, it's like, I'm not here for an answer from this degree. It's like, I know I can answer problems without the degree. It's like, if you're attaching that much worth to it, it's so frightening. I think, because we see the dollar sign behind it and we think, well, it must be important. It's like, it as you go along, like with schooling, it's just the higher you go, tertiary just ends up being, it's just, please just see it as a business. Don't see it as purely education.
Yeah, it is. It actually is a business.
Yeah, it's pure, like the way they interact, sponsorship, it's just, that's what it is. It's a functioning business. They have a business model. So it's like, You gotta see it for that, because if you don't, it's scary. Because most people intake go to uni at 18 when you don't know anything.
Yeah, true. And it's crazy. Like, you're an 18-year-old kid. You don't know. Like, it's...
You have no idea. You're not an adult. You're stepping into step 0 of being an adult.
100%.
Making that decision is just...
But, you know, in saying that, there's still benefits
There's
of
place-
going. You know,
there's place for it,
if
like
you're
you
good at
said.
networking and you meet some good people, or, you know, you might be in a good position where your parents might be able to pay some of the fee for it, and you just set up well in that sense. It's like, it's a good opportunity. But
I think it's good for some,
me
but not for
personally,
most.
yeah, not for me.
Just can't be like, it just the way it's deemed, like that's one of the only ways.
That's the scariest part. Is just
That's
so
what I'm
many
saying.
people go into it because, oh, I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
It's like that's the
Yeah, that's it.
universal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the universal path.
It's default.
Yeah.
Default
I
is
think-
go to uni.
Yeah, if your mentality is like, I don't know what to do, I would never recommend going to uni. Like, it just... But what's weird is, like, I feel like if you sit down in the career person...
Yeah,
at
career
school-
advisors.
Yeah, career advisor at school, it's like, or maybe try this degree, and it's like, this is so dumb. Like, jump on YouTube and just have enough discipline to watch, go on masterclass, go on Skillshare, go on something, go learn a skill, go and learn how to work hard, go and try different jobs, like, make some money while you... Anyways, bit of a rant, but...
No, 100%.
It sucks when it seems like the stance you have is anti-uni. It's like, it's not that.
Yeah,
Anti-uni as your default decision. That's
that's
pretty much it.
Like, if you want to be a nurse, go to uni, 100%. That's the best
Because
place for you to be.
Exactly. There's like, it is like definitely objectively the best place to go for that teacher, all that type of
And
stuff.
it's funny, like, I know for us, like, when we hire, I don't care what uni, if you went to uni, I don't care about your degree at all. Like, I'd rather see your experience. Like, tell me about where you've traveled to, tell me what you learnt, tell me about blah, 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 X, Y, Z.